Thanks to Richard Kaufmann and Jesper Larsson, then Steen Pedersen and Paul Hand now enjoying your company for the next 3 matches. First up is a mixed first round match from 3/4 of the way down the mixed doubles draw. Opportunity for Kenichi Hayakawa of Japan and Misaki Matsutomo, world ranked 18th team, up against a Swedish pairing, Jonatan Nordh and Emelie Fabbeke, formerly Emelie Lennartsson, 29 years old, the Swede. There she is. Her partner is 27 years old. They're ranked 46th in the world, the Swedish duo. And on that basis, one would imagine they've probably got their work cut out against the 18th ranked pair in the world, just undergoing formalities. Yeah. Sweden have gold medaled twice in the mixed doubles. They won the gold in 1980 in mixed doubles. China have swept all the mixed doubles medals in Copenhagen last year, gold, silver and bronze. Indeed, China have been the most successful in the World Championships ever since its inception in '77 in Mal. China were the only team a shutout of the 1987, 2010 and 2011. So there's our man, Hayakawa, Kenichi, ranked 18th, 29 years old. They've played in 10 tournaments since their appearance here, well, not here last year, but in the World Championships in Copenhagen in 2014, where they lost in the 3rd round, did this Japanese combination. He's the 6th seed in men's doubles, is Hayakawa as well. That's off his career high. There's his partner, Misaki Matsutomo. She is top seed in the women's doubles. And as a mixed team, they've been as high as 12th in the world. That was back in June of last year, so just prior to the World Championship. She's 23 years old, is Misaki. And of their 10 tournaments since the World Championships, they lost in 6 first rounds, 3 second round postings as well, and also semi-finals of the Asian Championships. Zhang and Zhou in a walkover, and also in the quarterfinals they had a walkover as well. So remarkably, they didn't even need to win a match to make it to the semis of the Asian Champs. Turning our attention now to Jonatan Nordh of Sweden. 27 years old. In men's doubles, he's 243rd in the world. He's been as high as 52nd in men's doubles. That was back in June 2013. And they're 5 spots off their career high, this mixed doubles duo. They're ranked 46th. They've been as high as 41 in the world. That was in April, just a few months ago. They had a tournament win. They won the Czech International, these two, last year. Seems a while ago now. 2 quarterfinals since then. And the Austrian Open for the Swedes, and 5 second round appearances and 4 first round losses. There's our Christine Tan in the chair presiding over this one, and there's her service judge, Paul Buffon. So just undergoing the final formalities then out here. So as we know in badminton, the smallest of margins can have the largest of consequences. They're all vying for the podium on Sunday, these players. And gradually players will disperse as we head towards the business end of the tournament. I'm alongside Steen Pedersen. Looking forward to this one commencing, Steen.
Yeah, it's going to be quite an interesting match. Japanese pairing strong players in men's doubles and women's doubles, but hasn't really gotten it together in the mixed, so they'll probably be looking forward to make amends in this tournament.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Jonatan Nordh, Emelie Fabbeke, Kenichi, Hayakawa, Misaki, Matsutomo, Japan. Misaki to serve to Jonatan. Love ball, play.
Matsutomo from Japan to get us underway then in this mixed first round doubles. Emphatic put away at the net there in this all unseeded encounter. Winners of this match will play opportunity to catch the fourth seeds cold in Louis Chung and Bao Yixin, should they win. Atmosphere out here in the Istora Stadium already. Volume. Oh, great reflexive backhand there from Fabbeke. And the longest rally of the match so far.
Yeah, and a very long rally for mixed doubles. Quite a positive rally for the Swedish pair. Able to stand their ground in the defense against the two Japanese players.
All set up with a terrific flick serve then from the Swedish duo. Serving 3-1.
Struck above the waist. Emelie Fabbeke outside our picture is just questioning the service judge.
2, 3.
Happens quite a lot, that Steen, doesn't it? Wonderful touch on the return. Taking time and space away quickly from the opponents here. Wonderful soft-handed touch.
The tension with the players perhaps saw two very high short services here from both Kenichi Hayakawa and Jonatan Nordh.
Thunderous smash. Hayakawa there, really making his presence felt overhead. Bullying that one. Matches for you today, which vary. 6 men's singles matches, 2 mixed men's doubles and men's doubles, and 3 women's singles. So plenty for badminton fans to gorge on. So very little between these two teams at the moment. Solid start from them both. Scoreboard symmetry then, still early doors.
Jonatan.
The umpire, Jonatan Nordh, saying that he must hold down. He cannot brush away his forehead sweat.
Yep, go to the towel, please, if you will. So locked in at 5-all then. Good start from in this really important first round mixed doubles match. Who's going to get the ascendancy as early as they can? That's what it's all about out here. They've settled well.
Yeah, it's always about, in these first round matches here, it's about sort of feeling the teeth of the opponents and settling in to the court, and both pairs should be satisfied. They haven't really lost anything, so exciting to see who is able to perhaps pull away here in the first game. Oh, did he touch that?
No, swing and a miss. To a mesmerizing rally there. She do well. Matsutomo there just pouncing on the
from Matsutomo net and killing the next one herself. They actually sort of looked a little bit more like they were enjoying themselves and were in total control.
Four of the top 6 seeds in the mixed doubles are Chinese. Kind of to be expected. They tend to have a bit of a stranglehold over most of the events. So refreshing last year seeing Caroline Marin win the Spaniard, the first European for a while to win a gold in Copenhagen.
Yeah, and of course, with regards to these 4 Chinese seeds, I mean, the Indonesian pair of Tontowi Amat, Liana Natsia, will of course be out to try and spell trouble for them here in Istora Senayan, their home court. Oh, there's a challenge.
Kenichi, challenge.
First of the match, then.
Call it.
Players get 2 successful challenges per team per match, of course. Should they win the challenge, it remains at 2. So we've gone upstairs and we're just waiting for the graphic to show us how it landed. Here it is. Does it clip the line? No, it's out by the narrowest of margins.
Challenge successful. Service over. 9-6.
Sorry, that's wrong.
It's out.
It was out. So the score is 7-8.
Yes. It's out. Service over.
Yeah, a little bit of confusion.
Unsuccessful.
That's it. The scoreboard is now
Service over.
7-8 then.
7-8. 1 challenge remaining.
No, that's wrong. The challenge was successful, and there's 2 challenges left for the Japanese pair.
Well, it's turning into a real hullabaloo. There's some terrific noise and some really excitable Indonesian fans on either side of the arena, really giving it some. It's still early doors out here, only sort of 11:30. But it was very quiet from the off this morning, wasn't it? But really picking up now.
And we can also see that it's the beginning of the World Championships for the also have to settle in here to get things right.
Right. Then from Fabbeke.
10-7.
It's a 3-point lead then. In favour of... What a wonderful finish that one. Like a flash. It's been a well-contested first game, this one. Just open the racket angle a little too much. They're spilling wide with that backhand. So as we head towards the mid-game interval then, it's the Swedes with the 4-point lead. That'll delight them as the coach chats to them. Coaches following their players around assiduously as they do, attending every detail of their preparation We're staying in the Players Hotel, Steen, aren't we? And they're out there all the time. They're in the gym, they're throwing the weights around, they've got the bands out, they're contorting themselves to all sorts of different body positions. They're sort of alongside the pool there on the terrace, working out, getting the footwork patterns correct. Very, very professional, these athletes. Very high level of sports science that's going into badminton. So professional these days. And a terrific, really engaging sport to watch. To the delight of the many Indonesian fans in already. They're in fine voice. They're going to be a little bit hoarse by the end of the day, you would imagine.
Yeah, but if the Indonesians do well, I wouldn't be so sure of that. They have quite a lot of stamina, the Indonesian fans.
And everything in the drums just to back them up. Court attendant then just getting rid of any last drops of sweat before we can resume. You're in the company of Steen Pedersen and Paul Hand, enjoying the next 3 matches with you. After this one, we'll be bringing you Tommy Sugiarto of Indonesia and Pablo Abiao of Spain. 15th and 40th ranked players in the world. And another men's singles after that.
11-7, play.
11-7 then to the Swedes here in this first round mixed doubles encounter.
And so far they should be satisfied, Nordh and Fabbeke. I had the pleasure of driving from the airport to the hotel with the Swedish coach, Jonas Hergård, and we felt that it was perhaps a little bit of a tough draw for the Swedes, but then again also a draw that was some possibilities in, because it was actually possible for them to make a good result should they be able to win this match. And they were going to try to play a clever game and keep control of the match, and so far they've been successful in doing that.
Fabbeke pointing the finger to her opponent there. That was going out. You'd imagine, though, Steen, with the volume in the stadium, although it's probably not even sort of third full yet, but it's quite hard to hear your partner calling.
Yeah, it can be, and it only becomes harder during the week as the tension increases.
The iconic Istora Stadium here. All the players want to play at this one.
12-9.
The Indonesian Open took place here in July. And the stadium was built for the Asian Games in 1962. Really is the home of badminton.
Oh, very accurate shot there from Jonatan Nordh.
13-9.
I thought for a second this was not, just found the line. Good job, lines judge. 4 points between them then. Matsutomo's been very effective, going directly at the body of Emelie Fabbeke.
You can see that every time there's pace injected into the rallies, the Japanese would have a big chance of winning them. The Swedes, they must try to maintain the attack, maintain the control of the rally. Try to play it downwards to the front court. Excellent
Very
work.
strong overhead, isn't he?
By Kenichi Hayakawa.
Swedes put in some good deep clears then, but to no avail in the end. This man having his way is very powerful overhead. Reducing the deficit then to just 2 points now in this opening game. Mixed first round. Steen, you implied at the start that it was all about the Swedes mixing the pace, changing the tempo of the match, right?
Yeah, and perhaps even trying to drag up the tempo of the match. That would definitely be to their advantage. Try to play the mid-court spots in between the two Japanese players on the sidelines, but 4 quick points here. It actually looks to me as if they have at least a gear more to shift it into if they need it.
Yeah, a run of 5 straight points then going against the Swedes here. That'll frustrate them. Communication minimal between them. Japanese duo very much on the up. Oh, another.
That's a good line, but you're right. From this sideline.
A run of 6 points then. Can they pierce the momentum bubble that the Japanese now have?
Oh.
Make that 7. Things reeling away pretty quickly from these two. Ascendancy starting to tell from the higher ranked pair, 18th in the world, the team in black. A little wince of frustration.
Well played again by Matsutomo, working her way from the backcourt towards the net.
Yeah. At the
force the front court play.
18-14.
3 points away from the first game now then. The Japanese. Rightly, the Swedish coach looking just a little twitchy.
Yeah, they're behind 9-1 in the last 10 rallies. They were leading 13-9 and now it's 18-14, so it's not really looking good.
What do you think they have to do to change it around? Is it anything jumping out at you, Steen?
They have to stick to their original game plan, and they've tried to play a little bit too sharp. We've seen a couple of shots missed narrowly on the lines, and really be alert when Matsutomo is making her moves from the backcourt to the net, because she's creating good things for the Japanese pair.
15-18.
She's been smiling throughout, has Matsutomo, the 23-year-old. Court. Build momentum of their own here. 3 would be delightful from their perspective.
Oh, that was 3 easy points given away from Matsutomo here. It seems like they're a little bit on a free ride.
Wanting to change the shot.
I think shot from Matsutomo just hits the net court.
Again, the power touch, power smash, backed up with some wonderful touch around the net from his partner. I mean that the Japanese duo, first game 21 points to 17 then. Close game, good match to watch so far. Some long, grueling rallies throughout. But you did feel that, as you suggested, Steen, that the Japanese duo just had the extra gear. Confirmation of the score. After 21 minutes then, 21 points to 7. Seemed to be swaying all over the place, that first game, Steen, didn't it? It's, you know, as you say, momentum sort of just kind of getting away from the Swedes, and then the Japanese at the business end of that first game almost handing it back with sort of unforced errors.
Yeah, I think it's better than Emelie Fabbeke, and Hayakawa is better than Jonatan Nordh, so they just needed some guidance from coach Park Jabong in the interval. And,
Hot 1, 20 seconds. Hot 1, 20 seconds.
Opening match then in the doubles of the total BWF World Championships, 21st day of 7 days, continuing coverage from 9 in the morning till
good courage by Kenichi Hayakawa.
Service over.
Should have picked up
1,
by now that
all.
the Swedish pair is playing a lot of shots to the front court. Not really keen on lifting, and we can understand why. Much better chance attacking themselves.
Oh, nicely done. Yeah, very alert Fabbeke there.
3, 1.
She read that shot. Matsutomo also trying to keep the shuttle down. Get it below the tape on the front court. Maintain the attack and probably make her way to the net.
Something we haven't spoken about, Steen, is the drift. Is there anything sort of significant in that regard, or is it all very subtle and you haven't noticed much?
We haven't seen a lot of it here in this match. I think pretty much because the Swedish pair is trying to lift, but as the Swedes are playing, it means it's going to sitting behind. A little bit of confusion in the camp. Japanese players, both going the same way. Oh, lucky shot there from Fabbeke.
2.
Emelie Fabbeke. I was stuck in the lift with her yesterday. We couldn't get to the floor we wanted to. And she was chuckling away. Anxious moments those couple of days prior. Every warming up, just feeling the venue. And of course, it's marginally different to the practice venue, sort of adjacent to these courts. But they all want time on these courts to get the feel. But now they're all settled down. It's been a good start by both teams. And a pretty compelling watch, frankly. Poor leave from Jonatan Nordh there, just getting that one all wrong. So any lead that they seem to get is soon negated by the Japanese players. He's just cast his eyes over to his left. He can't believe the amount of noise that such a small huddle of people are making. Indonesian fans in great. To remind you, this is our 4th match of the day. We'll be bringing you 15 matches. Men's singles to follow, so do stay with us for that one. Tommy Sugiarto, the 15th seed from Indonesia, against Pablo Abia of Spain, 40th ranked, the gold medalist in the European Games in Baku in June. It's a really well-engineered Swedes. Trouble is in doubles, of course, you need both players to be playing well simultaneously to really then sort of compound their score.
Yeah,
and it's not quite happened for the Swedes that often, has it? They've had some decent runs, but nothing really that substantial to really trouble the Japanese team.
We can see here that where they win this this rally, that they have to work a little bit too much to get their points, and especially compared to the opposition, where it seems like when Hayakawa and Matsutomo are in the attack, they are able to score points a bit easier than Nordh and Fabbeke. So they have to be really, really consistent. Good call there.
8-7.
Going long. The lift.
Still not a lot between them. Second game. It was a close run first game, 21-17. She's been brilliant at times, hasn't she, Matsutomo?
Yeah, it's pretty much her who creates the opportunities for the Japanese pair. Very strong at the front court. Very good read of the game. Oh, that's long, I think.
9.
Matsutomo, she'll be delighted to hear it's Martina Hingis. She gets a really good read on the situation very, very early. She's only diminutive in stature, but sees the game so quickly. She's almost a step ahead, as indeed Our Lady was there. Very quick to pounce.
10,
lovely hand skills as well. Nice feel around the net. Spin away from the Swedes then, trailing 8-11 at the mid-game interval of the second game, and the game down, of course, now, and it seems like the marginal edge in quality in favour of the Japanese duo just starting to sparkle a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. The Swedes, they have to play on a very, very consistent level and be really disciplined in their tactics, and of course that's hard to do all the way through a match. And if they give away just a little bit, especially Matsutomo is there to sort of capitalize on it.
And you feel like these two have
20 seconds.
Higher ranked duo of Kenichi, Hayakawa and Matsutomo just have several ways of picking the Swedish lock. Just have that little extra all round. He's very powerful overhead and very imposing, and the quality at the front of the court, where Matsutomo is often getting, is second to none as well. So despite some poor results, frankly, this year by their standard, the Japanese duo acquitting themselves very well out here so far.
Jonatan, Emelie, please. Jonatan, Emelie, please come. Please come. Yeah, it's very noisy, but you please hurry up, okay? Okay? Yeah, receiving. Yeah, you are receiving. Okay.
Just ushering Jonatan Nordh to come closer because she can barely be heard. It's going to be a real issue when the 10,000-seater stadium gets packed, you'd imagine.
We had an incident about that during the Indonesia Open Premier Superseries that was played here in this arena 2 months ago, where it actually was impossible for the umpire to hear the service judge call a fault, and the match went on without the fault being noticed. So that was a little bit great save.
Oh, wonderful rally. Jonatan Nordh just slapping his thigh in disbelief. He had the upper hand there, but the Japanese just super agile in defense, turning that one around beautifully.
And they have the position they want. Emelie Fabbeke at the net, and she's actually doing the right thing, but Matsutomo is just too good.
9-14.
So reducing the deficit to 5 points now. Then the Swedes in this game. Can they build from here and really make a fight back?
And it's one of the positions scoring-wise where you perhaps get a little content as a Japanese player having the first game and 5 points on the second. So I wouldn't rule come back out for Nordh.
Yeah, Japanese a little frustrated there. No call came. Indeed, it was in from the Swedes. So 2 in a row then for Nordh and Fabbeke. It's a must-win game, of course, for them. Best of 3. Earns a place in the second round, where Louis Chung and Bao Yixin await the 4 seeds. And must be tough, actually, when you've a bye as a seed, because, of course, you're coming in cold. And these players, the round prior, well, they've played a match, so they're fairly sharp in these kind of conditions. And that, you would imagine, would give them a little bit of an edge from the start.
It will give them an advantage. It's some of the, as they were up early trying to get some extra court time, and important at least particularly that you know that you've been as much as possible in the arena before.
Yeah, we won't be seen. Good leave. Still 4 points adrift. It's long.
13-16.
So the Swedes very much attempting to launch a comeback here, trying their utmost, straining every sinew along the way. Now only 3 points shy of their opponent. Hayakawa quick to pounce on that one.
And they're much quicker on their feet, the 2 Japanese players. So whenever the Swedish pair is in the defense, they're in big problems.
I guess an interesting question, Steen, is what is the ideal build for a badminton player? Because you see Victor Axelsen, what's he, sort of, you know, almost 2 meters, and then you've got sort of the shorter players, which are very quick around the court, which of course is paramount in badminton. It's an interesting question, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the beauty of the game, that there's so many ways that you can compensate from your sort of body composition. It's not enough to be a strong technical player. It's not enough to be a quick mover. Not enough to be tall. You have to get it all together and find your own playing style that fits exactly you.
Yeah, several spokes to the wheel becoming a good balance for sure. They contort themselves into all sorts of what looks to be uncomfortable body positions, but they are incredibly flexible, and they have to be strong and dynamic and mentally tough as well.
Probably the last chance to make a move for Jonatan, Nordh and Emelie Fabbeke. Needs to get something going now.
Oh, amazing pounce on that return on it like a flash. Two Swedes were literally frozen to the spot. They didn't see that coming. Experience telling then from the 18th world ranked duo here. And good front running skill.
Nice service from Jonatan Nordh. He hasn't been serving that well. That's long.
20, match point, 16.
Indeed, that's 4 match points then. Hayakawa and Matsutomo here. They only need one. Delight etched on their faces. They're through to round 2. 21-17, 21-16 in no time at all. A very solid performance from these two. So an emphatic win, you'd have to say. Marginally better in quite a lot of departments. Good solid win.
Exactly such a match that you dream about if you're from Japan. Not in any danger of losing, but still, and you've been in the hole for.
Chung and Bao Yuxin await, and there's just confirmation on the graphic of the winners, Hayakawa and Matsutomo, after 41 minutes through in straight games. Do stay with us. We'll be bringing you men's singles action next. Tommy Suka of Indonesia, the 15th up to the delight of the local fans. And he's up against Pablo Abien of Spain, who's ranked 40th. Stay with us for that one.